We are live. Back in the building. Hold on. Then I gotta do my promo stuff real quick. Y'all be like, why are you just sitting there? Stale face. There's a reason. There's always a reason. A reason. Right? 901. What's going on, man? How y'all feeling? Happy Valentine's Day, man. What a great time to be alive. What's up? Man, y'all just make sure you just share this with 5 people. And if you're one of them 5 people that are here because somebody shared this with you and you return, dopeness. And if you are just watching this because somebody shared it with you and you're one of those 5 people, this person really cares about you, in all honesty. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't give you this much knowledge, gain, and enhancement for yourself. All right. Hey man, y'all really surprise me sometimes in a positive way, not a negative way. So I mean that with all sincerity, with 100% sincerity. Let me get some water real quick. While I do that, well, actually, right here. Gonna be a long night. Yeah, y'all. If y'all looking at the title, modern women is the algorithm pusher, because I would have just said top 5 reasons to leave women, but it's kind of like it kind of gives a weird connotation. Like if I'm saying leave all women, no, that ain't what I preach over here. I ain't speaking about no community. I'm just boosting up this one. Yep, I'm with you at the fire station. Oh dang, all right. What I think about the Kyrie trade, it's kind of dope. They both scored 30 points, but 0-2. But it's cool, man. It's just a wait and see. All right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. American Alpha Male. Yeah, that was when you've been doing roofing and stuff like that, you will get elbow tendonitis. So I feel like I got a mild case of it. It is what it is. It's not from lifting weights. It's really from lifting all those shingles. So if you have suggestions on what we should be talking about here, what's that, cousin? What's going on? Go ahead and let me know. But leave it in the community. Don't leave it in the what's the name? Don't leave it in the comments, because it might get flagged or something like that. You leave it in the community, I'll see it. But the reason why I bring this topic up in general, right? I was at the store. I was getting this stuff that we got going for the next channel, right? And the lady was like, "Why?" She didn't say why. She said, "What did you get your Valentine's?" And I'm like, "You mean what did she get me?" She was like, "What do you mean? You're supposed to be getting her something." Which means it's not even in her mental that men are supposed to get stuff on Valentine's Day. So that's one of the things that threw me off, is like, we have essentially 4 heavily female driven holidays. One is her birthday. That's going to be looked at as a holiday for women. We're going to keep it authentic. 2, Christmas. Rarely are you going to find a woman giving back as much as the men is during Christmas. 3rd, Mother's Day. And then the 4th, Valentine's Day. If you want to debate me on one, you can say Mother's Day for the women who aren't mothers. All right, cool. But then you still got to go and celebrate her mother or your mom or whatever. And not really say your mom. You're supposed to celebrate your mom on Mother's Day if she was a good mom. If she wasn't, then that's on you. So, 5 reasons you should leave her. Because I was thinking to myself, if I was in a relationship with a woman and all it was me getting her stuff for Valentine's Day, it'd be a problem. So, the first one would be complaining without correction. Now, are men perfect? Hell no. Should women complain about their men so they can fix stuff and everything like that? Absolutely, you should. But when I say without correction, I mean that she ain't asking in a relationship what she needs to work on from your perspective. Give you a quick story. I had a homeboy that's a manager of the security guards at the store, loss prevention or whatever the hell they call it. This is like 2, 3 years ago, right? And he was like, man, I really hate how this person does this and does that, but he's real sensitive. So I don't know, man. When I say what he need to do and everything like that, I know he gonna blow up and have a little problem, everything like that. I said, how about this? Switch it. Ask him what he thinks you should be doing. Reciprocity will say that he'll ask you what other things that he could be doing. Because a lot of times we think I'm doing all these things perfectly, and you're not. You're not as perfect as you think. So when she does this, or if she doesn't do this, and you suggest what she should be doing, and she has an issue, or she takes it as a negative thing, bounce. Because now it's a respect thing. Now it's literally one of those things where you have to sit back and you got to go, who the hell does she think she is? She thinks she's my mama or something like that? You think your shit don't stink? And that's how that goes. Real simple, real civil, real understanding. She got to understand something real quick. I'm willing to change these things that you see a problem with. Obviously, had a discussion about it. Obviously, have the discussion about it because sometimes all you need to do is make a person understand your reasoning for it, and that'll be that. But also make sure that, bruh, if you're going to correct some behaviors, she needs to. And you're going to have to, fellas, let her know the reason why you're doing it. Don't do it because you're petty. If she asks you to do something and you like, well then she need to do something too. Don't do them shit like that just because you got them petty. Now you're just being disingenuous. Not necessary. Because then you're searching for problems. I'm not saying go out and do that. Oh man, she complained about how I chew, so I'm gonna complain about the way she sit. Nah, what the hell? Talking about true stuff that is bothering you. But also flip it. If there's something about whatever the hell she doing and you literally have a problem with it and she's willing to fix that, also the same thing. Check and see if you're doing some shit she don't like. Not gonna hurt. Not gonna hurt at all. It just ain't. So that's one of the things is that y'all have to sit back and figure this shit out, but you have to leave if all you're doing is all the correcting and she ain't doing nothing. If she's sitting back like, I don't gotta do nothing, I don't need to do nothing, I don't need to listen to you, you're right. We need to part ways. Second reason, she believes she's a 10. Even 10s don't believe they 10s. And what I mean is that it's basically she's perfect. If she believes she's perfect, that means that she's going to believe her influence on you is going to be the greatest thing ever, which is false. See, when they believe they 10s, they think that you have to get them everything. They don't have to do anything. Earn they keep ain't even the same thing. Everything about her is self, me, praise, 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 which means also at the same time, somebody else may be willing to give her all those things that she'll shake on out of there. That's one of the reasons why a lot of guys don't rock with 10s. Because we know you're only there for the superficial shit. And then they end up getting with like a 6'6" fat dude in the end. That's how it always goes. It always goes that way. In the end, they end up getting with some big ass dude because they understand, well, shit, I'm gonna have to go into certain places to try to make my money, and I'm gonna need somebody to protect me, and I ain't got the money. See, all you can do is feed a 10. So a woman who thinks she's a 10, she gotta have a bullshit ass makeup. She gotta have a bullshit ass clothing. All these things that will not matter in about 3 years once fashion changes. Think about how stupid those red boots are right now. $200-$300 for them, and some for retail going for $600. In about 2 months, nobody gonna give a damn about them boots. But see, a 10 will think that, and she will think about appeasing other people and never appeasing you. Because it's how do I get admiration and adoration from other individuals? The crowd, that's my drug. The man that you are for her, all you are is a stabilizing force for that drug, aka a filter. So when y'all mess with these women, if she believes she's a 10, bounce. I'm telling you now. I'm saving a bunch of y'all from this bullshit. Some of y'all guys on here, you can get the 10 and all that, do the possessions, do to your game, do to where you stay, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, now if you want to deal with that, a woman who you just have to, I cook for her when she gets hungry, absolutely. All right, cool. If she wants your money and all that, all right, cool. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. But for an alpha male, bro, a 10 you really kind of don't want. Trust me. Because she's going to sit up here and try to convince you on how to further her career, how to further her stuff. It's all about her. It's not going to benefit you in any way. You're nothing but the latest step towards her ladder of success. I hope y'all know that. I really hope a lot of y'all know that and understand that. You will be used, you will be abused, and you will be left. Now, are there some women who are 10s in the faces and everything like that, going to regular jobs? Cool. But they're not calling themselves a goddamn 10. Said Emancipator. That's what you want to call it. But I would ask you this, everything I'm saying on this channel, react to it and debate it. And I guarantee you this, you'll get a lot of knowledge. Third reason why you should leave her. Sex in her body is all she can offer. That should go without saying. Eventually, she gets older, the body gets saggy, the pussy don't hit right, the goddamn jaw muscles just ain't that good anymore. What do you have after that? What do you truly have after that? Leave if all she can do is fuck you and show you her body. That's it. Because once your dick goes off hard or your dick stops working at about the age of 50, then what? You don't realize you've been punching in the wrong ticket. While you was punching in your dick, you should have been punching in her head and her mental. Punching in her beliefs. No, I don't want to say punching in her head because that could be taken a wrong ass way. Obviously, now I'm talking about physical violence. But yeah, if all she can offer is sex, if when you ask what she brings to the table and the first thing she talking about is her mouth or her vagina, or for some of y'all who into that, her asshole, bounce. Sex can be used as a weapon, but sex after a while just becomes a hindrance. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be passion, it's supposed to be all these things. And yeah, for some women, to a man, it's supposed to be a job. Yeah, absolutely. But if all she got is that, sheesh. Because end of the day, you're going to end up spending a lot of money on a lot of bullshit. And depending on how you do it, some of y'all ain't built for it. Some of y'all ain't built to have sex with your girl 2-3 times a day. You just ain't. And that's cool. That's fine. Depending on the woman. Some women, Like a lot of sex. 10 years ago, trust me, I was in that zone. Now, hell nah. Shit. You get hit probably 3 times a week, maybe. I'm single, so I can say shit like this. Filling out my application online right now. Yeah, City Dash said, you sleep with him, you're gonna get hit about 3, 4 times a week. That's it. Don't expect no everyday dick. The fourth one is she doesn't spoil you. Ooh. Meaning she's not thoughtful. She ain't asked the right questions. I'm not a video game player. Do I have a video game? Absolutely. I got a PS2 for nostalgic purposes. I ain't turned that goddamn thing on since the last stream we did like 2 weeks ago. But if she does not spoil you when it's your time, get the fuck out of there. She don't respect you. She don't give a damn about you. A lot of women can make anything happen when they need it to happen. If they need to go get some goddamn perfume, some goddamn makeup, get a ticket somewhere, buy a dress, buy a fit, buy a whatever, they can come up with multiple ways how to get $1. But when it comes to just giving without receiving, that's going to be a problem because men do it all the time. All the time. They may not appreciate it, which is part of this right here is she doesn't spoil you. I mean, she doesn't appreciate you. They'll go get like a whole bunch of stuff for their phone case, the bedazzled jewel and stuff like that, because they care about the looks of that. They care about the appearance. They care about what they're supposed to do. They put a little bit of respect on all the things they have. Especially a woman with like cats or a dog or some shit like that. You'll see them with the nice little collar, sometimes a sweater, whatever. They'll figure out a reasonable way to buy the super premium stuff. I even seen one time, and I'm not saying all women do this, but I even seen one time where it was like Paris Hilton dog only drinks like Fiji water or something like that. But they'll do stuff like that. Oh, you gotta talk to him like this. Oh, you gotta get down. That's respect for him. Do you think she gonna do the same thing for you? Hell nah. So bounce when she doesn't respect you. I mean, when she doesn't spoil you, aka she doesn't respect you. Because also at the same time, she gonna probably have some dumbass friends or dumbass family members gonna say, "You did this for your man, girl. You stupid. What about when y'all break up?" That means she's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If she's 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out, she's already leaving. You just don't know it yet. She's just looking for a reason why. Which segues into the fifth one, the most important one. You can forget everything I said, but please take this one and write it in your Bible, your Quran, your Torah, whatever it is that you got. The fifth one is brings up past relationships and compares yours to theirs. You can put a slash on that or parentheses. Why is she bringing up past relationships when the shit didn't work in the past? If your relationship was so goddamn good, why are y'all not together anymore? Either you still fucking him or you want to go fuck him. What we're doing here is completely different. Ladies, you shouldn't get a man who reminds you of the last one. If this man was rocking, I don't know, Yeezys, all right, the next guy you're going to date probably need to rock Jordans. If the man you was dating wear t-shirts, all right, the next guy you need to date probably wears polos. If he was in the tech field, the next guy you need to mess with needs to be in some physical shit. That's what it is. So she brings up the past relationship. That literally means it's not going to work because she still is thinking about that person. At the end of the day, fuck you. Why do I need to bring my shit up? Ladies, if a fella was over here bringing up his last past ex and everything like that, what would you think? You must still love her. You gotta still love her. Why are you bringing up? Why are you comparing me to her? Every same negative emotion that you feel about a man bringing up his ex to you is exactly what he feels. That's where we can get equality right there. Stop bringing up your goddamn ex. Now, mentally, I'm not going to tell a woman you shouldn't watch out for flags about your ex. That's stupid. Because abusers typically have patterns. Addicts typically have patterns. You're supposed to internalize that. And once you start catching certain things, get the fuck out. But don't ever bring up, man, my ex used to whoop my ass. I think you want to do the same shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. She do stuff like that. It's mental manipulation. Get up out of there. There's good manipulation and there's bad manipulation. And that's one of the worst ones. So if she's bringing up the past relationships and then she's comparing yours to theirs as well, oh, my ex, he used to buy me this, he used to buy me that. Well, then go get back with him. Once you said, yeah, to be my girl, you accepted what I am. This is why my dating has to be a little bit different. AKA your dating. Don't let these women start manipulating your ass talking about her ex and past relationships and all this BS, because at the very end of the day, it didn't work. And they too goddamn stupid to know that. Way too goddamn dumb. Why are you bringing up something that didn't work? You worse than the OGs that be on the block. Man, I used to have this Corvette. Now I used to have this Mustang. Bro, I used to have this. I used to have that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda ass motherfucker. We don't like those individuals. So don't become one. That's one of the worst things you could do, is allow yourself to be something that you hate actually. Why would you do that? So fellas, leave her. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Bounce. And she's always bringing up her ex, especially comparing you to him. Because there's still something there. You now have something you have to compete against. The only person you should ever compete against is yourself yesterday, and make sure that today is better. Start developing your mental more than your physical all the time. Still keep your physical good, but eventually this has to be the sharpest tool you have in your goddamn box. Because eventually you will get older. Physically, you will not be where you're at. Everybody can't be The Rock or Terry Crews. That's what it is, man. Life is tough, but tougher if you're stupid. Just is. Instead, we do call life as tough as shit. But if you're stupid and oblivious to things like this, you're going to be in for a lot of heartbreak. You're going to be one of those dumbass dudes who we point out and say, if I tell women, hey, man, it's your fault. You should have chose better. There's no way in this world I can look a man dead in his face and go, you know what, bruh? I feel you, homie. You ain't wrong. If I'm giving you all of these gems and stuff like that, put it in your goddamn treasury box. Make sure you use it. But those are things that you absolutely should look out for. 1, complaining without correction. Basically meaning, if she complains and you can't correct her shit and she doesn't want to change, leave her. 2, if she believes she's a 10, if she believes that, that means she ain't in it for you. She's in it for her. And eventually, if there's a better offer that comes along, she's gone. 3, sex in her body is all she can offer. What happens after you come? What can you do with her then? It's going to become a massive liability. And eventually, if y'all not fucking, you ain't really said nothing, meaning you don't even know who the hell she is. So all she can do is come over, fuck me, bend me over, and all that shit. Don't do no relationship with that woman. I'm going to be honest with you. You probably eventually should cut it off after a couple of months and start focusing on something else. Because if you become a sex crazed slave to that shit, I'm telling you now, you're either going to have a baby or you're going to have a bill. Because she will start saying, you want to take care of that for me? And change the goddamn game on you. Switch up the rules of what the hell y'all doing. 4, she doesn't spoil you. If your woman don't spoil you, she don't respect you. I don't give a shit what any woman say. Every woman can play broke, dead, and everything like that until they get what the hell they need to get. They can make it happen. So if she can't make it happen for you, she don't respect you. She don't give a damn about you. 5, she brings up past relationships and compares yours to theirs. Because something about that man she still wants and desires is still in there. Or in all actuality, she's trying this mental manipulation. And then also pay attention to it. She say shit like this. Well, I used to do this for my ex. So then why the fuck ain't you doing it for me? Oh, I used to do this to do that. So why aren't you doing it for me? Y'all have to pay attention to these things. If she's a good woman, she's gonna stay a good woman. If you're a good person, you stay a good person. It doesn't matter. That's why when you hear the BS, I smash every single woman's stupid ass arguments when they say there's no real men out here. So I'm not gonna be feminine. I'm gonna be feminine for the right one. First off, you out of order, you out of line. Because you would not date a man who would say, you know what, I'll be masculine and get a job for the right woman. You're not gonna take that. All of these things are a common practice. All of it. You be feminine and submissive and all that shit and everything like that. That's a common practice. And you dumbass women who say stuff like that, you don't know how unattractive that is. But if you want a 6 bonus one, strong, independent, that's her statement. That's her saying. Yeah, she's strong in her independence, means she don't really need you, which means it's really going to be a competition. She going to try to let her nuts hang. I'm sorry, I'm into women, not chicks with dicks, not panties with balls. You heard me. We not on that. What the nigga say, draws with balls. I'm not into women with draws with balls. We not doing none of that shit here. No siree. So be aware of these things because you're going to screw yourself if you don't. It's like watching the signs ahead where you see yield, which means you're supposed to stop if something else is coming. Where you see a stop sign, but your ass keep on going. Where you see beware of, and then your ass all of a sudden is in danger. Knowledge is cool. Intellect is great. So don't allow none of this shit to fly, bro. I know some of y'all are lonely. This might be the first girl you had in a couple of years and everything like that. And you think she could be the one. But the problem with that is a lot of guys literally ignore the goddamn warning signs. Nobody stays together in this day and age. Let me answer you this way. If you say that, you'll believe it. A person who will leave a city and say some shit like this, like, oh, my city was bad and terrible and everything like that. And once you leave, you'll say those same things about the same city. It's your mindset when you're approaching things that literally determines everything. If you ever wake up and say it's going to be a great day, that means no matter what happens, it's going to be a great day. If you wake up saying it's going to be a bad day, that means no matter what happens, it's going to be a bad day. And if you said nobody is getting in a relationship and staying together, I'd ask you, what is it that you're doing in a relationship from the beginning that doesn't make it last? What are the rules? You see it every day. You're not experiencing that. You can't live other people's experiences. You got to live your own. And at the same time, where's your accountability, sir? Where's your accountability? What are you doing that makes a woman want to leave you? In the past 2 years, I could have had some bullshit ass relationships and they would still be here today. The problem is I knew in the long run, I wouldn't even like this person anymore. The disagreements, the arguments, and all that shit and everything like that, it wasn't worth it because of what we were arguing about. I was married 27 years. She found someone at the church. Nah, bro, he's right. Nowadays, you have to fight to keep what you want. If it's worth fighting for, it's worth keeping. I don't know how true Buddy's story is, but let's take what you said and let's say 27 years of marriage and she left. I still would ask you, what were you not doing in a relationship? When a lot of people complain about their relationships, they never tell their negative side. They paint themselves as this positive, angelic human being. And that's not the truth ever. So while you saying all that, I'm going to keep it authentic. There's shit that you're not saying. And I know the reason you're not saying. You don't want to embarrass yourself. Because you actually might be wrong. That relationship probably was over a year or two before she ever even did that, and you probably didn't pick up the signals. But let's say you were this angelic human being and everything like that. Are you in great physical shape? Did you seek any therapy? Did you get yourself a stylist and go motherfucking swinging for the fences again? Are you done? Because if you're done, then you got to get the fuck out of the way. But if you're complaining out in the open, really what you're saying is somebody come save me. But you might be too weak-minded to ever say that. Your vulnerabilities and your fears is where your strength lies. I don't know if you don't know that. But now you do. And now you can do something about it. See, really what you're saying is, I don't want to get hurt again. That's really what you're trying to say. I don't want to be hurt again. I can't take the pain. And that's perfectly fucking fine to say. Perfectly fine to say, hey, brother, I don't want to get hurt again. Man, that heartbreak, that hurt. 27 years, imagine that she bounced. She found Jesus, God, and some dick. I get it. But like I told you, where your vulnerabilities and your fear lies, that's where your power is. So you need to figure out what you did wrong. If you can, if you cool with her, man, ask her. Go ahead. Have that real exit interview. I need you to run down a list of everything that you felt that I was doing wrong. You can do that shit. Man up, nigga. You absolutely can do that. And I'm going to be honest, you need to do that. Your healing process shouldn't take no longer than goddamn 3 to 4 months. That's it. After that, go out there and get your ass whooped by the world. You might like it. Go approach some women that you think physically, mentally, or wherever they at in life that you probably are aiming for the stars. Shoot for the moon. You might land amongst the stars. When you fall, lay on your back, because if you look up, you can get up. Those kind of things you need to internalize. If you don't, you are actively fucking yourself, and it don't feel good. So while you sit here and you say, man, she cheated on me and everything like that, I got to ask you, what did she leave? Because it obviously wasn't nothing worth attaching to. You can say I'm a good guy, but the problem with it is good has to stand out the way so that better can be great. See, good is just mediocre disguised in a couple of ostentatious decorations, because a lot of y'all think your service to yourself, aka your job, is what you're doing. Here come the truth. Look. They're not always. Can I pin that? I can't. He said this: I'm in a new relationship now, and I've been married 5 years. I'm in a new relationship now, and have been for 5 years now. And she wants to get married, but I don't know. Like you said, fear of getting hurt. But you just came in here and just said that nobody is worth. Come on, man. Go in and talk about your fears with your woman. 5 years, she didn't see you asshole naked. If she didn't see you asshole naked, get out the shower when it's cold, all of that stuff. She probably didn't see you sick, probably didn't comfort you in a couple of tough times and everything like that. You're going to have that real conversation and explain your fears. Because either it's something she's not doing or it's something you're not doing, which I damn near can guarantee it's something you're not doing. But I wish you well, and I hope you prevail. If you stick around and everything like that, I love to come to marriages. Trust me, I give some of the best speeches. I give some of the best speeches. I don't want to go to see baby showers. I want to see motherfucking marriage proposals and everything like that. But you need to sit down with that woman and tell her, hey, I need you to listen. And if you really want to listen, get you a pen, a piece of paper, and write down exactly the points on shit that I'm saying, and give her the time to think about it. Don't sit up here and throw all this heavy shit at her and expect her just to fucking operate. That's crazy as hell. So if you come out and you tell the truth and you like, well, I would love to marry you, but this, and this is really on my mind and everything like that, probably go get some marriage counseling too. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Can't hurt at all. Go get your ass a marriage counselor, premarital counseling. Because a couple of things gonna happen. Either you're gonna know how she deals with stress and success, how she can deal with jealousy, envy. You need to know all these things. Then ask her, why is it that you want to marry me? What made me so special? Maybe you don't feel special about yourself, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of men beat themselves up and lower rank themselves, not knowing that actually shit, what you actually are, a bunch of women actually want. You just don't know how to put it on frontal display. But a lot of men don't know how to dress up the shit that they do well any goddamn ways. I know dudes cheap as hell, but they really not cheap, bro. They actually are dope ass financiers. Like, bro, this right here, this right here. They gonna call themselves cheap. Really, what they are is financial strategists, and people just can't tell them that because they done cast a negative aspersion on themselves, and it never works. So talk to yourself better too, bro. That's one of the things, especially men got to do. Because women do that shit all the time. They look in the mirror, look at all those blemishes and shit, cover that shit up, and act like it was never there. A woman was sitting a goddamn on Instagram, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, set up there and lying to herself. A whole ass six, but she in the mirror thinking, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you know what? I'm the baddest thing ever. And I really believe that. Walk in with a lot of confidence. Walk out with no man. Oh my goodness. As long as y'all keep the engagement up and everything like that, I won't monetize this channel. If you want to support this channel and everything, $ Seti Nash, one word. So y'all ain't got to watch no commercials. If you are watching this on a replay, I appreciate it. But I asked all 70 people in here, which is a lot. If you could share this with 5 people, just take 5 people that you really trust, explain to them what they're watching, and let them know that they need to watch this. And if you're one of the 5 people that this person shared this with you, they actually give a damn about you. Ain't nothing like having a strong friend. Ain't nothing like having a strong brother, strong cousin, strong connection with your person. So if somebody shared this with you and you made it this far, thank that person today. Now I got to set up all this stuff for the other stream on the other channel. So in about, what time is it right now? 9:11. God dang it. I got to get prepped for the other channel, but I appreciate y'all. Hey, we back here again tomorrow around the same time. And like I said, I'm going to try to make sure all these are live streams because I kind of don't have the memory in my phone right now. People making love right now. Hey, man, whatever you do, happy Valentine's Day.